Now 6 months into his term, President Donald Trump returned to Youngstown, pledging to bring manufacturing jobs back to the community.
Let me tell you folks in Ohio and in this area, don't sell your house. Don't sell your house. Do not sell it. We're going to get those values up. We're going to get those jobs coming back, and we're going to fill up those factories or rip them down and build brand new ones. That's what's going to happen.
Speaking before a capacity crowd at the Covelli Center downtown, the president sounded several familiar themes from his campaign, including a promise to build a southern border wall, protecting the Second Amendment.
That would have been gonzo. It would have been gone.
And criticizing the press.
I'm here this evening to cut through the fake news filter and to speak straight to the American people. Fake news.
Among his accomplishments, the president cited withdrawing the U.S. from the Trans-Pacific Partnership, the Paris Climate Accord, and record levels for the stock market.
But I think that with few exceptions, no president has done anywhere near what we've done in his first 6 months.
He's done more great executive orders than any other president has in the 6 months. In the first 6 months, he's probably done more than most presidents.
He's awesome, just to continue what he's doing. He's doing an excellent job.
Tonight, we're going to set aside the cynics and the critics because we know exactly why they are so angry and so bitter. Day by day, week by week, we are restoring our government's allegiance to its people, to its citizens, to the people that we all love. We are keeping our promises to the people.
But not all agreed. On 2 occasions, the president was disrupted by protesters.
If you don't point, nobody's even going to know he's here. Weak voice.
He's been in office a little more than 6 months.
Protests also took place throughout the day.
He's claimed that he signed more bills than any president. That's a lie.
Earlier in the day, Democrats held a news conference at Northside Medical Center in Youngstown.
They keep trying to blame the Democrats in Washington. Republicans control every level of government in Washington. You can't blame Democrats for the fact that he chose not to call China a currency manipulator. You can't blame Democrats for the fact that there is no infrastructure plan that anyone can find that looks real. I mean, these are all things that stop, and the buck stops at the White House. And on these major promises, the economic promises that people actually did cling to, we're not seeing anything actually come to fruition.
Outside the arena, the Cleveland chapter of Resist Fascism held a protest.
The millions of people who marched in the Women's March, who marched in the Climate March, you were right, and you need to get back out here in the streets with us.
I think their message is ridiculous, but they have every right to be here that I do.
What we're telling the people is that what this fascist regime represents is a mortal threat to humanity.
We believe in equality. We believe in health care for all.
Meanwhile, 2 blocks away, about 200 Democrats spoke out against the president's support of the Republican health care bill.
I would ask the president, I would make sure that we're bringing jobs, those infrastructure promises that we've heard him talk about.
I don't feel like him coming with a divisive message is something that's helping us.
He promised that he wasn't going to cut Social Security, he wasn't going to cut Medicaid, he wasn't going to cut Medicare, and he said everyone would get health care. So we want to make sure that we hold him to his word.
Before his speech, Trump stopped at AmVet's Post 44 in Struthers to thank military veterans for their service.
It's great to be back in Youngstown. It was an incredible time we had. And you know the numbers, and you saw for many, many years Democrats, and they're really great, but Democrats, they win in Youngstown, but not this time.
Trump lost Youngstown overwhelmingly in the November election and lost Mahoning County by 3 percentage points.
Since my first day in office, we've taken one action after another to make sure that our veterans get the care they so richly deserve. We've begun to process a seamlessly transferring veterans' medical records horrible situation where you couldn't get your medical records. And now it's so easy and so good. And the system is fixed, finally, after all of these years.
The president was introduced by Secretary of Veterans Affairs David Shulkin, who said the VA is opening 3 new facilities in the region.
I'm also pleased to announce that just last Friday, we began advertising for a new location for a 30,000 square foot community-based outpatient center right here in Youngstown.
717 business loans, from commercial mortgages to SBA loans or lines of credit and equipment and vehicle loans. 717 business loans, big and small. We've done them all.